everyone. Welcome back to day 7 of opinion writing. So today we are going to revise and edit. So when we do that, we are going to fix our mistakes in the story that we've already written. Before we get started, let's look at our progress of what we've done so far. So we've chosen a topic, we have brainstormed, we wrote an introduction, writing and planning a draft, and we have finished our conclusion. So we are almost done. So today we will revise and edit. So remember, when we revise our story, we are going to add in more detail. Like if a sentence is really boring, how can we make it come alive? What kind of words can we add to make it even better? Like, it is fun. Well, that's kind of a boring sentence. So we're going to revise and see how we can fix that. And then when we edit, we fix mistakes, our high frequency words, we fix our capital letters and punctuation. Now, we're not in the classroom setting, so we don't have our word wall, and you don't have me to help you one-on-one, but you can have your parents help you or your siblings. So revising and editing is really a challenge for a lot of students. So we're going to take it step by step, and I'm going to review with you what I expect and how you can fix these mistakes. Now, a good thing, if you are using your Chromebook to type, there is a red line, and that normally tells us that the word is either misspelled or maybe we need to fix it somehow. Okay, so you have a little bit of help with that as well. All right, give me just a second. We're going to transition. All right, guys, we're going to watch the 2 episodes for revising and editing. So here's episode 7 for revising.
Opinion Writing for Kids, Episode 7, Revising Your Opinion Writing. I've written my opinion about my favorite book, The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Now I'm ready to revise. Revising means making your writing even better. The first step is to reread your writing. Ask yourself, does it make sense? Did I use strong words? Did I give enough details? If you answer no to any of those questions, you should change your writing to make it better. Here is my introduction. First, I will reread it to see if it makes sense. Do you like books about animals? If so, you should read The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. It is a really great book. It makes sense, but I think I'm going to change really great to fantastic. It is a fantastic book. That sounds so much better. I'm also thinking I should add more details about the book since the reader might not know anything about it. It is a story about a naughty rabbit named Peter who doesn't listen to his mom. He is supposed to gather blackberries with his siblings, but instead he sneaks into a garden and gets into a lot of trouble. Much better. I'll change the boring words I used into the new, stronger words I picked. Let's see how it sounds. Doesn't The Tale of Peter Rabbit sound like a fantastic book? The characters are adorable. Parts of the book are so silly. The illustrations are beautiful, and it can even teach you a lesson. If this sounds like the type of book you might like, check it out at your local library. Perfect! I'm almost finished. Editing your writing. Editing means fixing mistakes in your writing. You will check to make sure you have spaces between each word, correct capitalization, correct punctuation, and your best spelling. Let's start with my first page of writing. I will use a checklist to make sure I am checking each item on my list. This page says, do you like books about animals? If so, you should read The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. It is a fantastic book. Let's see. Do I have a space between each word? Check. Do I have capital letters in the correct places? Wait a minute. Titles of books should be capitalized. Much better. Check. Do I have correct punctuation? Check. Did I use my best spelling? Check.
We're going to use this revise and edit checklist. We have something similar in the classroom, but we're going to use this one when we're using our technology like this. So I can revise my writing by rereading, which we always do first, making sure my writing is easy to understand, using words that help the reader visualize, starting my sentences in different ways, making my words and illustrations match. So we'll work on the illustration later on. And then for editing, we're going to reread again, checking for capital letters at the beginning of sentences for the word I. That is the number one mistake that students make, is lowercase I. When I is by itself, it's always capitalized. And we're going to capitalize months, days, and weeks. We're going to use punctuation at the end of a sentence, like our period, question mark, exclamation mark. And if you have anybody talking for dialogue, you can use the quotation marks. Using my best handwriting. If you're typing, then don't worry about that part. If you're writing with pencil and paper, then definitely hit that one. And spelling high frequency words correctly. Okay, so let's go back to our Google Drive. So while I transition, open up your Google Drive, please. Okay, if you have forgotten how to find your writing, remember you're going to go to My Drive, click under Recent, and open up wherever your opinion writing is. It might have your name on it, or it might say Copy. When you have that, open it up. We're going to go back to our Google Slides to look at our writing that we've been working on this week and last week. If you have it on paper, that's great. It's all in one place. So since our writing is all in different places, we're going to merge it together. So we're going to put it all on the same spot. So in just a minute, after I'm done talking this through, I want you to go to your opinion writing, the one that you've been typing on, and I want you to do what I'm about to do. So I'm going to select my introduction first. Now you can select this box and copy it, or you can highlight all of the words. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to right click or 2-finger tap. So it looks like this. I'm going to push down with my 2 fingers and it pops this up. And I'm going to click copy. Okay. Then I'm going to go down to the very bottom where it says final copy, which is slide 21. And I'm going to click in this box and enter. And I'm going to paste it. You right click or 2-finger tap and paste. Okay. So there was my introduction. I'm going to leave a little line, a little space for my next part. So then I want to scroll up and find slide 16. This is my first part of my writing. Same thing, I'm going to select it. I'm going to highlight it all, and I'm going to copy it. 2-finger tap and copy. Okay, I'm going to scroll back down to where I want it, which is the final copy, slide 21. Click after that, and I'm going to paste it. 2-finger tap and paste. Okay, you see there's a little bit of a space. I'm going to click above it and backspace to delete this. Okay, now I'm going to go to the second part of my writing. I'm going to highlight this part and 2-finger tap and copy. Come back down here and paste. That's that right there. Okay, you notice that it has gone off of the page. So I am going to make it smaller. Okay, so I'm going to select all of this and I'm going to shrink it till it can fit. Remember, we still have to put our conclusion, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and then my last part is my conclusion. I'm going to highlight this part right here. 2-finger tap, copy, come back down here. If I have to make it a little bit smaller, I can. And I'm going to enter. Okay, it says 5. I don't want a 5. And then I'm going to paste it. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's still a little too big, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to highlight all of my text. Let's start at the top. I'm going to highlight it, make sure it's all blue, and then I'm going to shrink it. So you can see that it's all different sizes. If you come over here and say, maybe I want size 12. Oh, that's way too small. Then I can go from there. Okay, so my text is about size 20. All right, so I have my introduction. I have my numbered paragraphs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's an extra 4 in there. Let's erase that part. And then I have my conclusion. Perfect. So when you have all of this, now you're ready to do revising and editing. Now you can see, like I said, the words that are highlighted with red, those are going to be misspelled. So if you hover over, which this is hovering right here where your mouse is over it, and same thing, you do a 2-finger tap, and it says, did you mean this word place? Let me see, maybe. I think the beach is a great place. Oh, it is. Okay, so I'm going to select it. So what I would recommend whenever you are revising, go through the words that have the red line underneath it and fix those first. B, good. I enjoy hearing the wind. Oh, I misspelled that. Hearing. Great. And here is because. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to tap 2-finger tap very gently. And there's the word because. Okay, so those are all my red words. Now I'm going to go back through and I'm going to read and see if there's anything that I want to fix. I went in with the red pen and I substituted and I filled in words and mixed the words around that I felt would make the story make sense. Okay, so you do not have to do this. You can just fix it on your paper, but I wanted to show you instead of walking you through each thing and fixing it while I was going along, I just went ahead and did it. So the last thing that we're going to do is read one more time all the way through our story, make sure that we have all of the pieces. So I'm going to read with you and you can follow along. Whoosh, whoosh. Do you hear the waves? My favorite place to visit is the beach. So instead of it is fun, I put the beach has many enjoyable things to do. Number 1, I think the beach is a great place to go swimming because the water is clear, warm, and salty. I love going underwater to see all of the fish. You notice I put a period instead of that question mark. Number 2, I believe the beach can be very relaxing. After I swim, I love to lay out on my towel and rest. And I use the word enjoy a lot, so I switched it up for love. So I love hearing the wind and waves around me. You should always go to the beach when the weather is warm. This is the best time because the water is a perfect cool temperature. I think another reason the beach is a perfect place to visit is because it is far from my home in Lubbock, Texas. I added that in. That's why it's red, my home in Lubbock, Texas. I enjoy the road trip before arriving at the beach. If there was a beach too close to me, I don't think I would enjoy it as much. I think the beach is the best place to visit. I believe the beach is a great place to go swimming. It is relaxing, the water is warm, and it is far from home. Would you like to visit the beach someday? So that is my whole story. Now, whenever you are finished for today, you can have a parent or a sibling look over this and make sure that you have revised and edited as well as you could. And you are doing a fantastic job. All right, last thing that I want to do is mark off that we have done our revising and editing. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to look at our final copy. You're going to reread one more time, and you are almost completely finished with your opinion writing. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.